everybody, welcome to RPM, Rock and Pop Mandolin, your site for learning classic rock and pop songs on this wonderful little 8-stringed instrument. My name is Mike DeJong, and in this video we're going to take a look at another piece of gear. This is another installment of what I call Mandolin Gear Talk. That's where I take a look at pieces of gear like musical instruments or pedals or other things that I think would be useful for you, the viewer, in your mandolin learning journey. In this video, I'm going to take a look at this fancy blue product called the Vidami Blue. And what it is a foot controller that you can use for online video sources like YouTube or a host of other ones when you are learning songs. And as I said, it's a foot controller. It's hands-free and wireless. And that means it takes your hands out of the equation and allows you to control online videos that you might be learning from with your feet and keeping your hands on the mandolin all the while you're learning. All right, so that's a really fantastic function of this Vidami Blue. But actually it has a couple of other functions. It's actually a 3-in-1 pedal. There are two other modes that I will explain to you coming up in this video that also will help you help you greatly. And I have to say, I've already started utilizing this pedal in my daily routine of learning mandolin songs and practicing mandolin, and I know you will too if you get one of these things. And just a shout out to the people at Vidami in California for contacting me. They're the ones who reached out to me in the first place and said, hey Mike, would you like to try our new device? And definitely, it's a really cool thing. It's a Bluetooth device as well, so there's no connections or cables required either when you're using it. All right, so coming up in this video, I'll show you all about the Vidami Blue. I'll show you the three functions, the three modes that you can utilize this little piece of hardware in your daily routines. All right, that's coming up in this video. Okay, everyone, I've moved into my other room, actually my kitchen here, which is my usual workspace, where I learn songs off of YouTube or other online sources, or even off my own collection of MP3s here on my computer in order to teach them to you. And you guys wouldn't believe how much work goes into actually making a YouTube video. I spend several hours on each song learning how to play it first, so in order to teach it to you guys in a video tutorial, all right? So YouTube is very good, obviously, and you guys are using YouTube as well, my YouTube channel, to learn songs. But there are some limitations to YouTube that can be enhanced or fixed by using the Vidami Blue pedal, and I'll show you exactly what I mean, okay? So here I have a video on my channel of one of my original songs, all right? This is a song you guys can check out on my channel too if you like, all right? This is called Use It or Lose It, all right? It's on my YouTube channel. Let's say that you are a mandolin player who wants to learn this cool track from Mike DeJong here, all right? Okay, so how are you going to do that? Here I have you can see in the middle of the Vidami Blue, you have the play function. So there's your play button right there. All right, so I'm playing the track. Now it's playing kind of in the middle of it here, so I want to go back to the beginning. So I'm going to hit the rewind button here and step on it and hold it, and it'll take you right back to the beginning of the song. All right, so that was play and pause in the middle, and then rewind on the end to take you right back to the beginning. There's also a fast forward function there on the right side, which obviously goes forward as well. All right, so let's say that you've rewound this song to the beginning and you want to learn the first mandolin part, okay? So the song starts off with me playing my guitar, all right, here. So I started it again. Well, actually, it starts off with a little rhythm track, but there's the guitar, all right? That's me and me playing together. There's the mandolin part, okay? So, wait a minute, that was too fast. I couldn't get it. Can I go back? Okay. Hit the rewind button a couple of times. Get to the beginning of that. Okay. Now, that's as far as you can get pretty much on YouTube. But here with the Vidami, you can roll it back and you can set a loop to start and finish at whatever point in the song that you want to learn. So let's try that. Let's go back to that beginning mandolin right there. Okay, here. Okay, so I just pressed that loop button, the loop button right on the top right there. And I'm going to let it go for a little bit, just through the first few bars of this part. And I hit the loop button again to close the loop. So there we go. I got a little loop of that mandolin part that I want to learn. So let's go back to the beginning of that in a second here. it'll play through and it'll go back, and I'll see if I can play it again. Oops, I didn't get it there. Why not? What happened? Well, it's going too fast. I want to slow down. Slow down, Mike. Please slow down. You know what? You can. You can use a slow down function here on the Vidami looper as well. It's a great idea, all right? So here, you tap that slow down speed button in the top left. Listen to this. It slows it down. And there are several slowdown settings here from 25%, 50%, 75%, and so on. All right? So if that's too fast as well, slow it again. Ready here? Okay, I got it. I want to go on. I want to go back to normal speed. So just tap it a few more times. And you'll get back to normal speed, okay? All right, so one more time. There you go, and if you're finished with the loop and you want it to end, just click the loop button again, and the song will continue to play on into the next part of the song that you might want to learn. It's a great way to learn songs off of YouTube videos or a host of other. I think there's something like 65 online sources that you can use the Vidami Blue with in order to play along and slow down and loop things to learn songs on mandolin or guitar or whatever instrument you're trying to learn. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you another cool function of the Vidami Blue that is very useful as well. And that's here. You can see on my browser there, or on my my web page, right at the top there, there's a little button there that's actually a Vidami Blue extension. And it's an extension that goes along with either Safari, like I'm using here on my Mac, or Google Chrome. And it's a free extension, and when you click on it, it opens up to 3 different modes. And the first one is online video. So here is a list of most if not all of the online video sources that you can use Vidami with, including, well, there's some cool ones on there. There's Marty Music there. I like that one. Next Level Guitar. That's a good one. And there's even Patreon here. So if you're a Patreon of me and you're over on my Patreon page, you can use the Vidami Blue functions to control videos that I've posted over there on Patreon as well. By the way, the link to my Patreon site is down below. All right, so that's the first little function or mode here on the browser extension. The second one is a media player, and I love that. Okay, but I'll show you that in a second. Let's go to the third one. Just briefly, here's another speed controller, and I don't really have time to explain how all of that works in this video. There are other videos on YouTube where people explain how to use that, but suffice it to say that this is a great way to modify or customize how you can slow down videos to learn them when you're practicing your mandolin. All right, let's go to that second one. So not only, as I said, can you learn from online sources, but you can even learn songs, or you can learn from songs in your own music library on your computer. If you have MP3s or MP4s, click on this. This is the media player. And this will get you to this page here. And what you want to do there is choose a file. Click on that Choose File, and it will open up to your computer. Scroll down to your music collection there. And by the way, you can see it can also work on other music sources like GarageBand and so on here. But here's my media collection, and I'm going to just skip down right to the end and see if I can pull up another song for you. Okay, here we are in my MP3 library, and I'm going to click on one of my original songs again, another original song that has mandolin in it. It's called Could Have Been You. Okay, so I'm going to click on that and open it up. And once again, you can hear it playing there. Once again, you can control it with the Vidami. So I just stopped it there with the play pause button in the middle. You can play it again if you like. And the same thing, if you want to learn one of these mandolin licks, you just stop it, and let's say I want to go back to the beginning of the song, so I hit that rewind button and hold it down. If you hold it down, it'll go all the way back to the beginning. If you just tap it, it'll go back by increments of 5 seconds. So I went back to the beginning, and let's play this song. All right, and that's cool. I want to loop that, okay? So I'm just going to hit the looper button here. All right, so it's looping this little segment here that I want to learn to play. And then I'm going to hit the out loop button here. Okay, so what is that? Okay, that's my little mandolin melody in this song. And again, you can slow it down by hitting that speed control here. Here. Right there, I got it already. I didn't even have to slow it down any further than that. So I'm just going to go back to regular speed, and I'm going to end the loop function, and the song will continue to play on, and I can play the next part or learn the next parts of the tune. What a great way to learn songs way more efficiently than in the past. All right, as I said, the Vidami Blue is a 3-in-1 controller. That means it's got 3 different modes. I've already showed you how to use the video mode. Now I'm going to show you what's called creative mode. And this is where, if you are using a software, recording software on a DAW, a digital audio workstation, you can use this pedal to, again, similarly control the actions or the various functions on your DAW. So you can use this with a whole variety of the most popular DAWs out there, like, well, I use Logic Pro. But of course, there are a number of other ones, and I'll list them here that Vidami Blue works with, including GarageBand. If you're a GarageBand fan, like I used to be before I got Logic, it's actually really cool. But I'm actually using Logic right now. I use it for all of my YouTube videos. I record a separate audio track and then put them together with the video later, or put it together with the video later, using this microphone here. So you can see on my computer, I'm recording right now as I'm speaking. So I'm not really able to demonstrate the Vidami right now because I don't want to stop this track as we're talking here. But I will just tell you that some of the functions include stop and start as well. Another function will actually start a recording for you. So you can see here on the red, I'm already recording. Well, you can do that with the Vidami Blue foot pedal as well. You can start and stop, which is very handy. If you're recording a song, let's say, and you don't want to have to take your hands off the mandolin or whatever instrument you're playing, you can just use your foot to click in and start playing and start recording. It's a very, very handy function that I know I'm going to use when I go back to recording some original tunes here on Logic Pro. You can also use it for duplicating tracks or adding new tracks and that sort of thing. You want to check out the instructions when you get one of these things and see how to use it if you have a digital audio workstation. If you're using Pro Tools or Ableton or one of those other ones or Logic Pro, the Vidami works really well with those as well. So that's the second mode, creative mode. And the final mode that you can use the Vidami Blue with is called performance mode. And this is where the Vidami Blue really helps you if you're playing live. If you're using something like an iPad, like I have here, with some kind of software on it, or maybe a website. So right here I'm using iReal Pro. All right, so let's say you are playing a live gig and you're using iReal Pro for some sheet music or something like that, or something like guitartabs.com, one of those websites, or even something like Fourscore. If you have some of your music scores on Fourscore, you can utilize the Vidami Blue to scroll through the pages as you're playing. So let's say you're in a small coffee shop or a pub, or you're playing a solo gig and you're jamming along, you're playing along with your mandolin, and you want to go ahead to your next song. Well, with the Vidami Blue, you just hit the forward button and it'll zip ahead to the next song. You see? I just zipped ahead there. Okay, maybe I want to go back. Okay, I want to go back to that first one there. Okay, that's it. There you go. Okay, so let's say you have a bunch of songs listed on your iPad and you want to skip ahead maybe 4 or 5 tracks. Well, usually you'd have to walk over to the iPad and start scrolling through it. And, you know, if you're doing that in front of an audience, maybe it doesn't look great as a performer, right? But now you can do it just magically with just a click of that button with your foot, right? See, so I've skipped ahead. Okay, yeah, I want to do this track. I want to do this track by by Django Reinhardt. Okay, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to skip back a few more, and I'm going to go back to this one here. All right? There you go. You can do that while you're playing. And you can also use the Vidami Blue to scroll up and down with the websites as well if you hold the buttons. Now, I don't know if it's going to scroll up and down here on iReal Pro because there's really only one page. But if you're using something like a tab website, like Guitar Tabs or something like that, or MuseScore, and you want to go up and down the page, well, you press the forward button to go up, and you press the rewind button to go down, or the opposite. Anyway, one or the other. Those buttons, if you press and hold them, it'll scroll the screen up and it'll scroll it back down for you, which again is very useful if you want to skip ahead in a part of a song while you're playing live. All right, that's it. That is the Vidami Blue, the 3-in-1 foot controller that you can use for a variety of functions. I know if you get one of these, you will love using it because I've already started using it a lot in my work, and it's very, very useful, all right? If you wanted to purchase one of these, there's a link down below in the description box, and that link will give you 10% off buying one of these things from the folks at Vidami in California. And again, check it out. The link is down below. Thanks once again for watching Mandolin Gear Talk here on RPM.